there's more to do in Cartagena. Um, like more escapades and stuff like that. But I kind of I think I like the people better in Medellin. Like I like the atmosphere better in Medellin.
No, yeah, the city feels magical to me. Like after
For
coming
real.
here a bunch, got a feeling to it. You're like in the rainforest and the city. It's dope, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I see you back there.
Yeah, I'm back. I just got back 4 days ago.
How long are you gonna be there?
I'm here like a month and a little bit. I'm trying to make a course. Like I'm trying to make like a everything you need to know about Medellin course. And so like all the
Mm,
restaurants, all the locations, safe areas, no-go areas, dating, all that stuff.
nice.
That is super fire. And thank you for tuning in. This is another episode of Important Miscellaneous Talks. I'm your host, Glassman Crossfield. We are changing the world one podcast at a time. Our wonderful guest, the international ladies man himself. Please
Thanks.
introduce yourself.
Yo, my name is Austin Abeyta. I'm on TikTok as Digital Bromad. You can find me on Instagram as the Digital Bromad.
All right. So talk a little bit about some of your recent traveling adventures.
I just got back to Colombia. I know Prince had been there, so we were talking about Medellin and Cartagena. Got back 4 days ago, met up with some old friends. A girl named Angie, girl named Manuela. We went out and partied, and this place is so sick to party. We're just having a good time, enjoying life, and making every day count, man.
So prior to this, you were a lot of places. Where were you before
He
this?
was moving.
Yeah, I was in Asia. I went the whole went to Korea, which was fucking way cooler than I thought it would be. Korea was the shit.
I'm
Uh,
assuming South.
yeah. South Korea, yeah. Yeah, South Korea 100%. Nah. I set my Tinder location to North Korea once just to see what was going on over there. And I'm pretty sure they're just like spies. It was just like spies trying to see who people were on Tinder. It was
That's
Wow.
pretty funny. That's pretty
But
funny.
Korea was great, Thailand, Bali, and came back. But I'm going back over there again. Japan just opened, so I'm a big anime fan. So like I have to go
Same.
back to Japan.
Uh, how was Thai? Because I'm going to Thailand hopefully November. Because I want to do a month at least. Because I want to do Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Philippines, and Bali. So, well, what tips and advice can you give me?
For a month, man, you're gonna be making moves.
Yeah,
You're gonna be flying all the time. Thailand,
that's
I really liked Phuket. There's elephant sanctuaries there that are incredible. Like there's free roaming elephants. They come out of the jungle like dinosaurs. Like they just put out some stuff and you could just hear them. They just emerge from the jungle and you get to like pet them and play with them. They're super nice. That was dope. And Fifi Island. Those are my two favorite things, and they're both you can get to them from Phuket. So that's what I would recommend.
in Fifi Island. Because I see it a lot on Instagram. Is the water really as clear as it looks?
Oh, the cameras don't even do it justice, and it's warm. It's actually
Wow,
like really hot water. I don't know. It's interesting.
wow.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, and you could get a suit in Thailand, like a tailored suit, like
Mhm.
Gucci suit that looks incredible for like $100.
Really?
Dope.
It's great because that's where they do all the material. Like they sell all their materials to luxury brands, so they just cut the cloth like right there for you and make a suit out of it. It's
Oh shit! Let me find out.
Was it difficult? Yeah, that's a very good tip. I definitely need a few suits actually.
Facts.
Bro, a regular suit over here, especially for a man my size, 300 plus, easy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you know what? They had Balenciagas, Louis Vuitton bags. Oh, this is funny, man. They had all this shit that's like high grade because in China, they don't give a fuck about copyright laws, right?
Mhm.
So all the materials in Thailand, so they just make replicas, right? I got some Balenciaga shoes for like $60. I got these purses for like 10. I brought them back to my Colombian girls and they were fucking in love with me. I was like, these they were like $10. Saint Laurent, like Gucci bags. I let them know like these are from Thailand. These aren't real, but still, you get some nice shit over there.
Okay.
So so it's not real, but they're using the same materials that Balenciaga uses because it's in Thailand.
They use so like let's say probably 80 to 90% of the materials the same, and then maybe they can't get the specific type of zipper or can't get the specific leather so they use something else, but
Uh,
they're high quality stuff. Like it
So,
looks it feels real.
so it's not. So you can't call it fake then.
I don't know. The U.S. Customs will get use them customs. They'll get mad if they find you bringing back.
You know, if you run into that one guy like who has like his microscope out, yeah, you know, because you know
Yeah,
when it comes to fake things, especially like it's really the minor details that makes things fake.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
so the last 10% what he's talking about is going to be huge to someone who's like heavily involved in things like that. But even fake things here, like most people, they're not gonna press you on it. Like 85% of people, they don't even know what's real or not. Jewelry, clothes, they really don't know, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes it's even cooler to be like, I didn't have to pay 800 and it looks nice.
I tell them I paid 800 though.
Nah, real talk.
I tell them I got 800 right off the rack.
Real talk.
How was Bali?
Bali was nice. Bali was just a bunch of crazy Australians and Indonesians partying their ass off, man. In Canggu, that was insane. Mushrooms are legal on some islands there. So every full moon, everyone's just tripping their fucking balls off on mushrooms on the beach, dude. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Is Australia close to Bali?
I think it's pretty close. I don't think it's like I don't know. I know flights are hella cheap though. Hella
From
cheap.
Australia to Bali? Or
Yeah.
vice versa? Because I really want to go to Australia too. I know someone.
Hmm.
I actually grew up a little bit in Australia, like
You
Alice Springs Dead Center. So
Really?
yeah, when I was young, when I was like 8 to 12, I was in Australia.
Dope.
The girls out there look so good to me. Australia?
Oh no, they're beautiful,
Yo! For
beautiful.
real. Oh my.
I just like girls in general.
Yeah, for
People
real.
like cute girls are everywhere, man.
Definitely. Do you
now that you
good?
now that you've been around, and we're talking about girls, who what's your favorite? Like, is it the Thais, the Indonesians? Is it the Colombians? Like, cause you've been to a lot of places, so foreign wise, like who, like which, I guess which ones like really stood out? I mean, we know Colombia. We know you love Colombia. You
Yeah,
keep going
Colombia.
back. So.
I'm back for the third time, so it's almost like Colombia, but I can't go on record and say a favorite, man. I still got a lot of traveling to do.
Okay.
Mm. So what are some of the let me ask this first. Was the language barrier that was that a level of difficulty for you over there? That's like three, four different languages over there.
Out in Indonesia.
And yeah, like in Indonesia and you went to Thailand. You didn't go to Philippines,
Yeah,
right?
I want to go to the Philippines really bad. The language barrier was not that bad. Was not like because I was in touristy areas, so you can
Yeah.
usually find someone or just know a couple of phrases and get by.
Interesting. And you still have your translator, right?
Yeah, I still have that translator.
Does that work? Did they have a Thailand setting on there?
It has everything, man. It has everything.
Wow, there's so many languages. It has all of them?
Yeah, yeah, it's nice.
That's freaking dope. So were you using that a lot when you were out there?
I didn't have to. I really didn't have to.
But you were like with women who probably spoke both languages, right?
Yeah, Indonesia, I was only really with this one girl and she could speak English really well. So I
And
didn't have to, but I had it just in case.
and in Thailand, he was with
I
another one.
was in Thailand with my mom. My
Uh,
mom came to
That's
visit,
dope.
so like I couldn't go do some escapades, but we still have fun.
but does she know about your lifestyle?
Yeah, she knows about my TikTok. She she's like, be safe, son. Don't have any kids over there. That's my mom's advice.
Bro, wow. So you said you wanted to go to the Philippines, right?
Yeah, Philippines looks so cool.
Which culture which culture have you been a part of you that you enjoy the most?
This is like it sucks because um this is like the best culture, but it has a really bad point. It's about Korea. Korea was incredible. The food, the nightlife, like and Korea was amazing. But there's like xenophobia there, and like racism there. Like not outwardly, like no violent rate, but they'll treat you bad or treat you or not let you go into the club and shit. Like that sucked. That sucked. But everything else was great, which is I don't know. But as far as like culture wise, that place had a really cool culture. besides them being
Racist.
yeah. Well, I know, which is that's what I'm saying. It sucks.
Big caveat,
They
yeah.
could just beat that. They would be the best, but no.
What? So they didn't let you in the club?
They didn't let me in the club. They
How
straight up were like, you need to be Korean to be in this club.
they said
Wow.
to you?
They said that. Yeah, they do that. And it's not like it's legit well known, not against the law. Everyone knows like, dude, they don't let Americans in here or foreigners in general.
So it's not even you could be white. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. They're more like, I guess xenophobic is the right word. But
What? What's that?
I think it like you don't like people from other
Country.
cultures or something, countries.
Got you.
But I like, but if you're with a group of Koreans and they'll let you in. So I got to go in like once or twice, and it's so fun in there. And you stand out because I was literally the only non-Korean. And then Korean girls were like, "How did he get in here? Who is this guy?" Like so it's cool if you can get in.
That one Korean girl you was with, she was fake fire. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, she was really
Harry,
pretty.
Harry was super pretty, super. All the girls in Korea are gorgeous. They start getting work done though young. So
Yes.
like they all have like nose jobs and stuff, but they're all gorgeous.
Wow.
Honestly, yo, those Koreans will drink you under the freaking rug.
Yes,
No
yes,
one has
dude.
this. Like, bro, those preppy white kids in college who could knock down 30 beers can't touch these Koreans, man.
It's
I'm
so true, man.
It's so intense, bro. And like, yo, I remember because I went to the school I went to, I was like in an international building, like the dorm where I stayed. So I met a lot of Koreans. And bro, the way that like their freaking tolerance is out of this freaking world. And they're so productive along with it too. And a lot of it's just straight liquor. Like that's the drinking games would just like drink like half a water bottle of liquor straight. Like
It's like, is this a
That's
game
crazy.
or you guys just
yeah.
fucking getting drunk as fuck? Yeah, it's crazy.
And 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 soju hit different too.
Yeah, it does. I like it mixed in their beer. Like they do like
Mm-hmm.
inside the beer. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice freaking
That's a fact.
Suicide Squad. So, what are some of the other countries that you would like to go to? Because it seems like you've been everywhere.
I mean, I think I about like got a year left. I got a year left, and then I'm gonna try to pick a place to settle down. So I'm gonna check out Peru, Japan, Europe, and I want to go to Egypt. Those are
Okay.
like, and then whatever along the way. If I hear good stuff, I'll jump along the way. To sometimes you get to a place and everyone's like, "Bro, you got to go to Ecuador," or "Bro, you got to check out the," and then so I'll keep my plans open.
Do you see a lot of Americans when you travel?
Yeah, well, I go to specifically the like American hostels or the American bars, and so like it's easy to connect with other Americans.
You got to talk to me about these hostels, man. I'm hearing a lot of ranted stories about hostels. I hear there's some quality
Uh,
hostels though. I hear
oh,
there's,
you
And
need the quality ones.
but you got to tell me because a lot of these hostels I hear be run down, man. What have been your experiences with hostels so far?
There's definitely been some bad ones. You're 100% right. Well, America doesn't have a hostel culture, which is kind of sad. Like, if you want to travel in America, you need to have money or family, or like you're not going to that place very long. So they're super cheap, which is nice. I like chains. There's a chain called Selena, and those hostels are incredible, like better than a hotel. It's basically a hotel full of young traveling kids partying, where there's bars right there, social events right there. Like you are going to be with your people, your crowd when you're in a hostel. That's the best thing about a hostel is making friends. I think if you're on vacation with your friends, you don't have to fuck around with hostels. But if you're alone, you're a solo traveler, like hostels is the way to go.
You said the app is called Selena.
Yeah, Selina. Man, it's
that's an
it's
app? Or that's the name of the hostel.
it's a hostel chain, but they're everywhere. And they have a special promotion where you get to pay them, I think, 1,100 a month, and you can just go anywhere in the world and stay at their Selena's. You get a co-working space. So
1,100 a month?
yeah, and you get your own room. It's not a hostel room where you got 8 bunks. It's like you get your own private room. And that's another cool thing about hostels meeting people is if you're the guy with the private room, when the bar closes, you have a bottle in your room. You're the coolest guy at the hostel. Like you're gonna make all these friends. Girls don't want to go back to the room with 8 other like people. You know what I mean? Come hang out in my room, and you could be like the after party spot.
Say less.
Good.
So okay, so like you would register online for something like that?
Yeah, you could just book it online. I think Selena.com.
Got you, got you.
Say less.
So when you go to these countries, how are you able to what's your the strategy that you use to obtain these women?
Good question. I use a bunch. I go Tinder about a month beforehand and then swipe Tinder, talk to people and be like, can you show me around? I'd love to see the locations, take me to your favorite place. I'll buy the meal. I just want to see some authentic food. It's just great. You get some culture and you get that. Recently there's this guy on TikTok. His name's Tristan. Shout out Tristan. He does cold approaches. And so he's one of those guys like it took me a long time to do that. I'm so much more comfortable on Tinder than to go up cold to a chick. But Tristan's been doing that a lot, and that's actually how I met Manuela, that girl that was on my story last night. Was
Mm.
Tristan approached her at a movie theater, and so I'm starting to get better at going out and talking out. But it's been hostels, Tinder first, then hostels, and then like cold approaches out there. But that's usually my angle is like I'm new, show me around, teach me about your culture.
Yeah, I think I like that cold approach. I like that. It
So
kind of forces you out of your shell.
I think every guy should do it. When I was younger, when I was in high school or even middle school, like just I wish I talked. I wish someone just forced me to do that 100 times so I would just get that fear out of my system.
Hmm.
the thing is though, we're hesitant in New York because we know these women will dead embarrass you, like
Yeah.
embarrass you.
Yeah,
Now
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but I have to see a certain level of interest before I just cold approach before you just go out there. I gotta feel like it's worth it. Cold
in
approach is easier, much more in a party environment. Broad daylight's different, at a restaurant, whatever.
Yeah.
At night, it's a bit easier. Like, okay, everybody's out. People are expected to be spoken to.
That's a good
I think
point.
I think the easiest place to do it is Colombia because like 9 times out of 10, the women there are not gonna dub you and be like, get away from me. They'll actually like you go up to somebody, especially in the mall or somewhere public, like, and just have a little conversation. Like you can get the number or you can, it'll go somewhere from there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's the easiest place to do it because it's not like the States at all. Like, and that's what I love about Colombia. Like, your confidence is like really through the roof because they reciprocate that same energy. You know what I'm saying?
Transcendental, right? They do reciprocate it, and they're so laid back and easy to talk to.
And I
Facts.
think it's the confidence is there because again, like as men, we don't necessarily fear the rejection. We fear the embarrassment, right? And
Yeah.
women in Colombia, they're not gonna if they don't want your number, guess what happens? They say no, no, and that's it. So I can take that. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah.
be everybody's cup of tea, so I can understand that. So you're much more likely to approach because if she don't want you, all right, fine, you could just move on. But again, if she does want you, once you get her number, it can actually lead somewhere. Unlike in America, where you're just talking for 2 days and that's it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a different ball game, man. I feel so different out here. Like I think every man should go overseas.
That's a fact. Like
At least one.
I'm what it's been a month or a month and a half, and I talk to the same people that I met out there and the same women every day. How are you? How's your morning? How was work? Did you eat today? Like every day, clockwork. For
Yeah.
real, it's different.
Is it difficult to cold approach in a different language? Because I'm assuming you're cold approach in Espanol.
Yeah. See, I cold approach in Spanish, but I fucking love it because you ask if they speak English and that's your cold approach because then
Oh,
they know you're a foreigner, then they know, oh, this poor guy's and he doesn't speak. Like, and you could be asking them for directions. Like, it's the best cold approach is just being like, hey, you speak English? And then it's just from there, they have it's like you're mysterious all of a sudden. Their interest is like, it's like if a Japanese girl came up to you and said, "Do you speak Japanese?" but in English to try to help, like because you were lost, or I don't know.
No,
That works.
I know what you mean. You say habla inglés.
Yeah, hablas inglés. ¿Hablas inglés?
Classic.
No, necesito practicar mi español. Like I need to practice my
Practicing your
Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's perfect. So either way you go, there's so many different ways you can maneuver that. It's a great cold approach, though.
Out of the countries that you've been to so far, which one would you be most likely to live in?
I like Medellin and I like Seoul, Korea. One of those two.
Hmm.
I'm a city guy, so I liked the infrastructure and the like being able to get food 24/7 and it being always something to do.
So would you say that, because I talk to a lot of people that travel, I talk to a few people in this space as well, and have you heard about the passport bros?
Yeah, yeah. Passport bros.
Yeah, I've interviewed a few of them. So I'm a bit well versed when it comes to some of the experience that people have. So oftentimes when people date outside the United States, they talk about how dating in America, like they just can't compare anymore. It's forever ruined in
Yes.
America. So
Yeah.
have you found that to be the case? And I know you were back in America for a little bit too. So can you
No.
kind of compare and contrast the two?
I think it's more, yeah, it's fun. I just don't know 100%, but I think like women are being fed like the Western culture. There's like women are just hating men a lot, and men are hating women, and there's just this instant.
Yes.
It's so, and in other cultures, it's not like that. Like they don't say like fuck all men. Like you won't hear that being said nearly as much as in America.
Feminist movement.
Yeah, and the men too are having their own movement. So like there's a
Hmm.
battle going on about social norms because I think we abandoned all our old social norms, right? So now we have to build new social norms together, and the men and women are fighting for what those norms should be. And now it's because it's brand new. There's no rules. You can't ask your grandparents for advice. They grew up in a different time. So like I think that's why there's so much pressure. When some of these countries they have their traditions, they have their culture.
Oh, sorry, I had to burp.
Battle.
I think places like Medellin or places like in Asia and Southeast Asia, I like that they hold on to their traditional values. A woman plays a woman's role and a man plays a man's role, and I think that's why it works together so well over there. You know,
Yeah, I feel like a cat. Like I feel like men are a catch. Like women are like, I need to go get a good man. Where in America, women are like, I don't need no man. You know
But
what I mean?
exactly.
but you know why that is though, because we have much more opportunities for women to thrive here. So they feel like I can make a man's salary, therefore I don't need a man. While like in other countries, it's if I don't have a man, I'm gonna be homeless. Type it's it's a
Honestly,
it's a bit
It's
extreme. It's a bit extreme, but it's much more
yeah.
imperative for women outside the United States to find a competent man for their betterment, for their survival.
That's true. That's true. I think I mean it's not the Middle East. Like these countries, there's women lawyers, there's women doctor, like women can get that uh can do any career field and can, they're not being blocked, but you're right, there is all this probably workplace discrimination and things holding them back. And the economy's just worse. And I think women almost go kind of want to date a man that makes more than
Yeah.
them or that and
yes.
Rich
when
women,
women are making more, it's harder to find that.
right?
But they don't realize if you make $30,000 a year, you're in the top 1% of the planet. You know what I mean? So
Where?
just as economy, like as men around the world, if you make $30,000 a year, the top 1% of men around the world, and you ain't shit in America, which sucks.
That's interesting.
That's
I like the fact.
crazy.
I like the fact. Well, I'll hold on to that. Yeah, I didn't want to lose my other trick. Women typically they don't pick the higher paying jobs too. So like you said, women with lawyers and stuff like that. Women more times than not, they're not picking those career fields, even though it is a possibility elsewhere. That $30,000 a year thing is very interesting. I
That
really wonder because that's below the poverty line in the U.S.
that's the problem. Well, if you look at it's translated wealth, right? So the American dollar is really far in those other countries. So that's why that statistic exists. So $30,000 US
1%. Wow.
in the world.
Wow, that is very, very interesting. And
And
this is why we need people like you to get the word out there, man. To get the
Yeah,
word
people
out
are
there.
pissed at me. They think I'm gatekeeper. They're like, quit telling everyone you're gonna ruin Colombia, you're gonna ruin this. I'm like, bro,
how?
First of
yeah,
all, well, a lot of people don't realize is that, bro, like this, first of all, this information is public knowledge. That's one.
yeah,
And two,
yeah,
the more people that you tell it to, like, it's not gonna ruin Colombia. Most people aren't gonna take your advice.
exactly,
So it's
exactly.
not gonna ruin anything.
And isn't
That
that
first
your
would already
job?
done it.
Like you're literally a data analyst. You're a whole scientist. Like
Yeah,
what?
yeah, it's my job to do analytics.
Exactly.
If that's what brought me out here, I'm just like crunching numbers on countries about like wages and like, oh shit, I'm a 10 in Colombia. My algorithm says I need to go to Colombia in May or whatever it is.
And also, there's more than just one other country in the world, guys. Like outside, there's more than just Colombia. There's more than just the five other countries that he's mentioned and gone to. There's a whole other continents, right? So just
Yeah,
the point is just to get out there and explore and find what's what's good for you. And I think you talked about the $30,000 a year thing, and I think a lot of men who make average salary or below average salary, men, we have this need to want to feel needed and appreciated. And if you're making
yes.
that kind of salary, even up to 50 or 60K, and some women they think even under 100K, you're not even a viable man, which is insane.
Bro,
So you
it's
can imagine
insane.
how men who's making 30K, 40K working two, three jobs, and they feel like they're not being appreciated. And these are the men, who we need in society. Not everybody can be Donald Trump, right? Somebody has to hand you
Exactly.
your fries.
Yeah, and they're good men. You know, they're
Yeah,
hardworking people.
they
Like,
they deserve a submissive woman just like anybody else. And if they save up even $1,000, they can go locally. Well, Colombia kind of depend on where you live, but you can go to some place like that and spend a weekend and have the night of your life. And right, they should go where they should go where they feel appreciated.
girls go to Dubai. Like,
To feel
girls
appreciated.
go to Dubai and get fucking splurged or Miami. You
I,
know
I,
what
I
I
heard
mean?
Facts.
Where their value goes up. So it's like, why are they pissed at men doing something similar?
Yes. Yes.
Yo, if all men truly knew their worth, women would be in shambles, man. Oh my goodness.
And if
We
all men
chase
had a
more of that in
passport,
America.
That,
Yeah, the fact that 100,000, a lot of girls think 100,000 or like they need that over 6 foot, over six figures, like all that. They don't realize how rare that is, and that those guys. The problem is they get fucked by those guys sometimes, and so they're
that
like, I deserve it, or like, if I just find the right one, I'll get married. But they don't realize that dude is not gonna ever marry you, and then they're gonna get all hurt from it, and then they're gonna have to, and then they're gonna take it out on some new guy who doesn't even know that they, in their mind, they're comparing you to this you know what I mean? Like it's
yeah.
just it's
And it's like as men, we know. Listen, if we get lucky one day and we smash Amber Rose or Rihanna
we
or
got lucky. It's not
celebrity,
happening again.
right? Taylor Swift. If we know, listen, we got lucky, right? But
yeah,
if
yeah.
a woman smashes The Rock or Denzel or Chris Brown, they feel like, all right, Chris Brown is now my standard. Anything other than Chris Brown, I'm settling.
Yeah.
And women don't realize, yo, Chris Brown, he'll get a nut off to a six. It don't matter to him. Like,
Yeah.
it don't matter to
In the
him. So
night, yeah, exactly.
women think because they can have sex with men outside of their league that they can also date out of the league, and they can't. And I'm telling you, I tell nice guys, man, don't be her fallback plan, man, because once she starts pushing 30, she gonna look to settle with you, and don't be her plan B, man. Don't be your plan B.
They can't marry who they want.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. The men they want to marry is every girl wants to marry.
That's what. And then you expect him to be loyal to you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in America, your wife, you are not going to be the hottest guy your wife has slept with. Like, there's just no way. There's just no way.
Unfortunately.
You have to accept that. She could be the hottest
Unfortunately.
girl you've ever been with. That's probably it could be true, but you are not going to be the hottest dude that girl, especially if she, had any sort of no, she's just modern, like a modern, the
If she went to
average.
college, if she got a bachelor's
Yeah.
degree, if she got a bachelor's degree, just know, just know. you're not the hottest, or you might be, man, number 80th on that list, man. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, and that's just the
So
reality.
it's an interesting question for you. Do you have certain requirements for your wife? You know, like what are some of the things that you're looking for a long-term partner?
Yeah, that's a good point. So my plan is this next year travel around and just experience as much as I can and sort of build that list and see who I like spending time with. But definitely a sense of humor. I love a sense of humor. I love because that just makes every moment of the day fun. And she's got to be, I think, at least she's got to respect me and be a partner to me and loyalty and family values because I'm trying to start a family, so I don't want a party girl, you know.
Facts.
So let me ask you: is there a body count requirement? What
Oh,
what's
that's
too much?
tough.
What's too much for you?
Do you even
That's
ask that?
yeah. I mean, I'll ask it, but way late when we're just some fun pillow talk. Not fun, but you know what I mean. Just like shooting the shit. Um,
Oh my God.
but it hasn't been. I don't know. It's not that big of a because I've already accepted I'm not going to be in America. I'm probably not going to be the one. But I do like low body counts. That's a plus, but it's not a for sure thing.
But again,
There was this girl.
go ahead, go ahead.
There's this Muslim girl in Bali, and she was a virgin still, and she was like 24. And I was like, I don't know, like I've never dated a Muslim girl,
Is
but
her
like
mouth a
that's
virgin
actually
though?
kind of the what?
Is her mouth a virgin?
I'm sure the rest of her isn't a virgin.
Exactly.
24. She's 24 and has had
Or her
boys.
butthole too.
No,
So,
yeah, they be
yeah,
looking for
sarcastic.
loopholes. They be looking for loopholes.
Yeah.
For
So,
real.
um, but I like that. I was like, fuck, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that she is.
You didn't
Yeah.
answer my question though, Austin. What's too much for you? What if she has body?
Uh, I think there's a graph, right? There's a graph on how much body count is acceptable depending on all these other factors. But I think if a girl had like 1,000 or something, there'd be no way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I don't care if it was like Sophie Vergara that wanted to marry me.
no, for real. 1,000 is crazy.
Maybe 2,000. Sophie Vergara is bad, but
Oh,
No, I'm sorry.
yeah, I
2000.
consider. I'm not gonna lie, I consider. But I said 50.
yours is 50. After
No,
50,
Oh no.
I'm asking you. I'm
oh,
getting to
if
my
a girl
point.
had 50, if I would be like, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, that's
I'm
cat.
okay because
Yes or no, Austin? Stop
I've
ducking
been
it.
with I've been with like OnlyFans girls, and I was with a girl that was in the adult film industry for a second. So like it, I
You're
know
the
she has
goat.
bias.
You're
Wait,
the
wait, wait,
fucking
wait.
goat.
Wait, can you say who the porn star was?
I think she wouldn't mind. Rebel, well, her stage name Rebel Lynn. We
Rebel.
met when she was out in Washington State. She's not like mega famous, but she's got like videos with like 13 million views and stuff.
Rebel. That's
Like she's more viral than me. Fuck.
for for the audience sake. That's Lynn Lin.
Lynn. Like she wanted to sound like rebellion, right? Like so rebel first name and then Lynn.
She's on like Pornhub and stuff, or just like OnlyFans.
No, she did that show My Hot Stepsister. She was on that I don't know. I know that show. If there's a thing on Pornhub, there's a show as My Hot Step. She
I
was
see
on
what
that.
categories you like, Austin.
Yeah, no, I'll just go. I scroll, but I was there supporting her, bro. I was on that channel supporting her. Okay.
Are you still in
That's
contact with
dope.
her?
Yeah, we hang out sometimes. She's in Vegas. She had a kid. I went to her baby shower actually, which the poor like adult film people are fucking hilarious. They were complaining about shipping and handling of panties because they're shipping panties to their fans, and they were like, "It's fucking $4 for these panties, man. Like, why is it so expensive to ship my panties?" And they're like, "Yo, I shipped panties the other day. It was fucking $6." Like, it's just fucking hilarious. The shit they were talking
Wow.
about.
All right, so 50, is that too much for you? It
No,
depends. It's not
it
that's not
depends,
too much
bro.
for
I
you?
want to. What about you guys? What about you, Prince? What do you think? What's
Listen,
50?
next?
listen.
No, Austin, you're a liar. You're a gosh darn liar, man.
Yeah, cat.
Freaking liar, bro.
You
You're
don't think
telling
so?
me
I could 50.
You're telling me a woman your age, she come up to you and says, "Yo, I have 50 bodies." You'll be like, you consider being her husband?
It depends, right? It depends on the situation. It
She has
depends on a
to
lot of shit.
she has to be probably great in a lot of other categories.
She's got experience.
Austin.
But just because experience, that doesn't make you good in bed though.
That's true. That's 100% true. The reason why is I can't be mad because I got a high body count. So it's like I can't.
Austin, we
I don't
know it's
know.
different for a man. We know it's different for a man.
It's different. It's different for a man, but
They could try to lie to you, try to get into your mind, bro. We know it's two different standards, man. We know.
What's yours though?
Ooh.
I lost count, but it's over 50.
Is this a competition?
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I feel like he's in the hundreds. I feel like probably pushing. No, you, not me. I'm talking about you. I thought like you would probably be pushing 100.
I don't want to go on record. I don't want to go on record, but I'm just saying I've had my extended hoe phase, and I think
Austin,
it's
it's not the same, bro. It's not the same. Just like how a woman like wouldn't expect, like a woman expects a man to make more than her. Like, come on, a woman expects a man to be taller than her, stronger than her. It's different.
Okay,
Women
what about
value
this?
experience, man. We value inexperience.
What about that's so true. That is true. Like the virgin thing, I was like, that's
Yeah. Listen, I'll take a. I personally, I probably, if I could avoid a virgin, I probably wouldn't want one, just because when you deal with women with inexperience, you gotta show them a lot. But I'd rather a virgin over 50 bodies any day of
Any
the
blood clot day.
Me too. I'm there too.
All right, so you acknowledge 50 is too much, Austin.
I'm not saying it's too much. What if they do like celibate? What if they've been celibate for a year?
What?
Like what if they're like?
You see, I think that's even worse.
Yeah, because they're trying to erase their prostitution for a year.
But no, I wouldn't say that. It's just that, like, all right, how comes I have to wait when 50 other guys hit it for free? Like, you had sex in a park, in a car, freaking backstage, and now I gotta wait? Nah.
No, that does suck. That does suck. And that's happened to me before. That's happened, and that's the worst.
A lot of women do that, yo. They like to vary prices, man.
Mhm.
Because every woman's had a one night stand.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I gotta take her on 3 dates? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
or more. Yeah. Or what's even worse is when you give a girl everything, and then after the relationship ends, some new guy gets it instantly,
Cheaply,
right?
yep.
And you were like, I've been fucking putting my time in for this girl. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Facts.
I got a unique question for you. Now,
Okay.
I'm assuming you love your mother, correct?
Oh yeah.
Right. So hypothetically, let's
Bro,
say
I already don't like this question, bro. But all right.
hypothetically, don't take offense to it. It's hypothetical. If your mother had 50 bodies, how would you view her any differently, if at all?
See, this is the thing is we are in a change of culture, right? If she had 50 bodies and it was a long time ago, then she would have probably, what's that called where they like get ostracized from society from that.
Feathered. I know what you mean.
Yeah. But nowadays, it wouldn't be, it would be, I'd be.
Oh my!
You don't talk about that.
Lawyer answers, Austin.
No, it wouldn't because she's my mom. It wouldn't because she's my mom
All right.
or my sisters. But it's different when it's a partner.
I hear that answer a lot. It's, oh, it's my mom. I still love her. Okay, sure. What about an aunt?
She'd just be the wild aunt. She'd have fun. She'd have fun stories or fun
would
like
you
crazy.
View her any differently?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, exactly. You would view just like if your aunt was a virgin, you would view her differently. Or if your aunt was jacked, you would view her differently. Like,
well, I
respect her.
I would have more respect for my aunt if she was.
Yeah, I respect. That's the only difference.
Yeah, I respect you. Understand? I like what you're doing, Auntie. You're disciplined. Whatever. Auntie, you got 50 bodies. You kind of wild. Like I'm not really like kind of jacking you. You know what I mean?
You can't have no combo.
The point I'm trying to make is my wife is gonna be the mother of my children one day, and I'll be damned if the mother of my children has 50 other men inside her. Cause I can't imagine when I was a kid, like 8, 9 years old, Man, imagine kids in New York City found out my mother's body count. Oh my goodness.
Yo,
Yeah,
they talk about
man.
your mother got 50
Well,
dicks in her mouth. Like, what?
I could
I think most girls in America have 50 out of college. Like, and I think the culture is just making it more and more and more, you know, sexual freedom, sexual promiscuity is just going up and up, which is good, but we got, it's gonna change in the next 10 years. Something's gonna
life is
happen.
all about choices and trade-offs, man. It's good because you get more sex, but then but it's bad because you get less wives.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But it's easy for them. That's the thing is
Yeah,
that they're undisciplined because you can say, well, you don't necessarily they're undisciplined, but they could if we were all girls, we could all go fucking out, start knocking on doors and get
you
laid
get 50 tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, you could do that. We all, most girls could do that, like
And that's
80%.
why it's different because it's way easier for women to get sex in general. I know people are gonna comment, "Oh well, I never had a problem," or "There's men out there who don't struggle." I'm saying in general, on average, it's way easier for women to get sex in comparison to men. And what you get easily is not respected, right? If you were
Exactly.
to inherit $1 million in comparison to someone who got it out the mud, who built their own business and they got $1 million, I'm gonna respect the person who built it themselves in
But
comparison
you
to
know
someone
what?
who got them like a lottery ticket winner. I'm not okay. That's cool, but like you didn't earn that million. You just got lucky. That person
Yeah,
built his business from the ground up. I respect what he did. What you get easily is not respected. So a woman with 50 bodies is not impressive. A man with 50 bodies, he had to become something. He had to be charming. He had to be funny. He had to have money. He had to do something to get 50 bodies.
I didn't just lay on my
Lord.
back.
No,
yeah.
listen. Women can wake up tomorrow and decide to be a whore. A man can't.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's a good point. We can't just be like, I won't be a player tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to run up 10 bodies tomorrow just because I'm in the mood.
Yeah.
Woman could have a threesome with two strangers on the street. Imagine you go up to two random girls and say, I'm going to have a threesome with them.
You'll
Yeah.
be behind bars.
Never gonna fucking.
So, what country have you been to so far did you feel like you would be the most inclined to find a wife?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I do this.
Either Medellin or Korea. I like
Mm.
Korean culture. I think the women there are gorgeous. There's some really cool people there. They're family oriented, and then same with Colombia. It's different though. It's like Colombia's a little bit more sexual, and like, but I'm closer to that Latin culture. I grew up more with that, but one of those two countries so far. I'm gonna keep traveling, but Korea or Colombia for sure.
I'm
Yo, what's
surprised you didn't say Thailand.
No, I don't know. Well, I didn't really date much in Thailand.
Oh,
you with
because
his
you was with your
mom?
moms. Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
like Thailand. I know you were
Oh yeah.
talking over there.
Hey man, I love Asian women. I've always had a thing for Asian women since I was young. Like it was always Asian or Latinos. And I love listen, I love Colombia too, but just because I love the culture and I love anime as well. So it's like, I go a little crazy, for them. Not gonna lie.
One of my videos got taken down because I said that, because I said I like Asian women. They were saying I was fetish. The internet is such a crazy place, man. It's a crazy
That's so
place.
Ridiculous.
dumb. That's so dumb. And it's not,
Yeah.
and you see, and this is what I dislike because a lot of women will say, oh, you can like whoever you want to like, just don't berate or belittle a women of my race, right? That's what a lot of women will say, like, oh, you can like Asian women, just don't say you hate white women, or just don't say you hate Hispanic women, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You just said you like Asian women.
That's it.
So what happens if you said you like black women or Hispanic women? They would have kept it up?
I did. I had the exact same video with Latin women, and they didn't. Nothing happened. Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's so odd. The inconsistencies, man. And I know
I
TikTok is
don't know. It got into like Asian TikTok, I think, that like a section of TikTok, and they all ran with it. I got like 10 duets on that video of people just pissed. You can
Wow.
probably still find a duet, but the original's taken down.
so TikTok is an Asian app. So that's one.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, TikTok
That's true.
is an Asian app.
Yeah.
That's one. But what were people saying on the duet?
Well, they were saying I was fetishizing. They were saying it causes violence against Asian women to fetishize them. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I like Latin women too. And I like all women. I've dated beautiful women. Like, it's not I'm not only dating Asian women. It's just I like Asian women.
Yeah,
You got some dumbass fans. I be watching your videos and it's like they want to pick a fight with you.
Oh yeah, I got haters for sure. But I mean, after 250,000, there's gonna be someone in there that's not, you know what I mean? There's a few thousand, I'm sure.
You got robbed in Colombia?
Get what?
Did you get robbed in Colombia?
I did get robbed once.
How was that experience?
That was crazy. It was basically a girl took $100 out of my stash without me noticing. And then I thought things were
Oh,
good. And when she left, I never saw her again. But it was never like actual like a robbery. It was more like a thief. I let a thief in my house and she took some shit.
oh, I was in a weird situation. It was me and one of my homies. You know, what's that place called? Get some money or whatever.
Get some
Get some money.
Guatape.
Nah, in Cartagena. Get some money.
Oh, the restaurant, is it the bar?
And now it's like a strip and
Is it
hella
Old Town?
umbrellas. Huh?
Old Town? Like right in the center of the city?
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And it's like back blocks and hella umbrellas, colorful restaurants and bars and shit like that. We was walking through there at like three. No, it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. So it's like if you're out that late, you're basically looking for shit. You know what I'm saying? And like
Where's
you,
4 after parties that day?
not for real. Like you know, it's late when the prostitutes are at home. Like it's like it was crazy because we had two hoes. We was trying to bring them back. But the dude we ended up staying with, he was with a girl and he fell asleep. So we was trying to. Long story short, they ran up on us. It was two guys that ran up on us.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was weird. They ran up on us, and the guy was like, "Oh, what happened? What happened?" Like he's trying to go, "What happened? What happened?" And we thought it was a setup because the girl I was with walked away. She walked
Mm.
away. She walked away barefoot. They came. They and I guess one was for me, one was for him. But they were full. They were both like 5'3" at best, height wise. The guy, the guy walked up to my homie and is like in his face. The other guy that's by me, he's just standing there. He looks like he doesn't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So he's just like, "What happened? What happened?" And I'm confused because I'm like, "What's going on? Is this a robbery? Like, let me know." You know what I'm saying? He's just like, "Oh, what happened? What happened?" So my homie pushed him, and he reaches in his pocket to like
Oh shit.
he starts to pretend like he has a knife, and he's tugging on his pocket. But I'm literally right next to him. I'm looking at him like I'm dead looking at him, and I'm like, "Oh, he don't got shit. He's bluffing. He's
Oh
literally bluffing.
no.
He's literally bluffing." So it started and it ended like in the blink of an eye. So I'm like, "Yo, we good, man. This man's bluffing." The other guy, he just watched the whole thing. He didn't do anything. He wasn't trying to fight me or nothing. They just like it was a weird situation, bro. It was so weird. It was
Yeah,
weird.
that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. It's a good thing you call this bluff though. Or you could see.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know my phone, I'd be fucking pissed, but money wise, I'd be like, just take fucking get the fuck out of here. I'd rather take the
I'm
money.
I'm not giving up shit. I'm sorry.
No harm, no foul though. You got
Man,
out of that.
you show me a gun, I'll sing like a damn canary, man.
Yeah, I'm on.
So
That's how
you're
I am,
not
bro.
taking my life for something I can get back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if there's a gun or a knife, I'm like, yeah, take everything.
A
Fuck
knife,
it.
a knife. It depends. Like you 5'3" with a knife. Feel like it take you, but a gun,
That's what I was.
because bro, you don't have to be skilled to kill me. You know, but a gun,
Yeah,
just push a
yeah,
button. I'm dead. I'm not risking
yeah.
none of that.
It was so weird. It was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, they seem like amateur robbers. It seems like
That's
first
probably
day
the
on the
first
job.
robbery.
And you're not asking for anything. You're just saying what happened. What happened? We don't know what's happening. Like what the hell?
So
Yeah, they
maybe
gotta run that
those
back.
are the only English words they knew.
Exactly. Yeah.
So which country, in your opinion, that you've gone to have the best looking women?
Oh, that's tough. You asked me this last time. I couldn't answer. I couldn't
Well,
answer.
you've been to more
I
countries,
love.
though.
That's true. That's true. It's the same. Korea's got some beautiful women there, like gorgeous, gorgeous women.
What about the bodies? What about the bodies?
They're getting like, you know what? There's these new Korean girls hitting the gym, and when they come over to America, these girls are good. There's trouble. There's trouble brewing because they're getting like curves. These Korean girls are starting to get curves now, and like it's over, man.
Let me
White guys
find
are
out.
gonna explode.
What you did?
White guys' heads are gonna explode when these girls hit. So it's
Like,
like,
you know, white guys,
yeah,
they love them some. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's like the trope, right? That's like the white guy with an Asian girl.
Facts.
Yo,
But Koreans don't really do black guys like that, right? Korean
I don't
women.
know. I didn't see. Well, one guy I met out there, he was black and he had his wife. He was gonna go see his wife. He was in the army. So I think it's just like there is, but I think they're like less. I got feelings like they treated people different for sure.
Yeah.
They're not blatant, but like I had a feeling like that.
Mm.
but you know, like places like Korea, they're probably like they're really heavily into their culture. So like they're probably, you know, less willing to venture out just because of how the things are set up over there.
Yeah, think about it. Like we went to school in America where we saw like someone of every race. Where in Korea, you could go to your Korean school all the way through and not see only see Koreans. You know what I mean?
It's
Pretty
crazy.
crazy.
Me and him, we went to an Asian middle school, so we saw a lot of Koreans growing up.
Yeah. Oh, wait, really? There's an Asian middle school out there?
Yeah, it's
You
like
guys in New York?
yeah, it's in Queens. So Queens is actually the most diverse borough in New York City, a already diverse city. And you know how every elementary school that you go to that has like a common middle school that's the next step up and a common high school after that. So we just
Yep.
went to the common middle school that was associated with the elementary school, and yeah, um, they happened to. It was like 80% of school is Asian. It's crazy.
Whoa, that's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it was like 80% of schools Asian is Chinese, Koreans, mostly Chinese and Koreans, honestly.
Mm.
A lot
And
of them, like
Prince
to the
started
money.
liking Asian girls.
That's literally when it started, and that's when they had the pancake too. So I was still fucking with them. Girl talk.
Asians are cool. I've seen some attractive Asians, but they're not towards the top of my list. The Spanish women got me in a vice grip. Oh
Oh
my God.
yeah. How come you didn't go out? You should have went with Prince to Colombia,
We're,
Cartagena.
we're planning something. We're planning
Okay.
something.
Okay.
You know, stop busting my balls here, Austin.
I don't know.
Nah,
I'm saying for
No,
you.
I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you. I want to, for me, I want to come link with you in one of these countries too, man. I really do want to go to Australia, man, but that ticket's gonna be absurd.
Yeah.
But maybe I can go to like a neighboring city because I know it'll probably be a cheaper flight to like go to Thailand or go to the Philippines or something generally in that area. Maybe it'll be way cheaper to go from there to Australia after.
Maybe. Yeah. Hey guys, so I've been having a good time, but I had something else I had to do and I have to hop off here soon. But this has been a lot of fun.
for
Got you.
sure.
Can I get one more question?
Yeah, of course.
When will the traveling stop?
I don't know, man. I'm doing it for at least another year. I'm addicted right now. I when I get home, I go get antsy. When I'm in America, I'm like, I need to fucking get the fuck out of here.
And
So
Addicting for real.
I saw you had a baddie in was it the Ram Stadium?
oh, the Raiders Stadium.
The Raiders?
Yes, a
Yeah, no,
I
she
baddie.
wasn't
saw
with.
that.
She was fine. She wasn't with me. I just walked up to her and was asking her questions. Said I was like interviewing for TikTok.
Oh,
And
that's my guy.
yeah, yeah. So, but she did take me to the. She got me into a club there the next day and got me some free drinks, which is cool.
That's dope. You see, he does it in all countries.
Oh, I think I'm cutting out.
Don't think that he only does this in the US. Is he
Hello.
hello? Hello?
Sorry, I
We
think
can
we were cutting out there for a bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
All right, yeah. So just yeah, don't think he just does this in just other countries, foreign countries. He can get girls in the US too, man. Stop playing with him.
real talk. Real talk. He's
Yeah,
that
now
guy.
now I'm more confident to approach for sure. I can approach baddies in the U.S. now. So I've just talked to so many in
I
Colombia.
ain't never been with the buddies.
Make sure you go follow him, guys. Make sure you go follow him. Love this.
Thank you, guys.